What's up, y'all? How y'all be? Y'all know this message is paid for by the blood. So, I want to say that I love God, but I want to love Him more. I want to love Him more because whenever I sit down in the morning to pray, it's always hard. I don't feel like sitting down for an hour. You know, I try to sit down for an hour. Like this morning, I did 30 minutes. Still got a time on my phone where I need to do another 30 minutes. Now, 3 o'clock is the hour of prayer. You know, the 9th hour of the day is the hour of prayer. So I always do that hour, but I don't do it on time. I usually end up doing it around 5 with the family. You know, we don't get around to it like we're supposed to. You know, it's always more that you can do. You know, it's always more that you can do. And I know the stuff that I'm supposed to do, I don't do it well enough. And I know that probably makes God look at me like I don't love Him the way I should. But I tell Him, you know, I talk to Him and tell Him, you know, I want to love You more. I want You to make me love You more. I want You to show me how to love You more. You know, I'm just telling you this just to give you examples of what you go through, you know, and it took me years to learn a lot of this, you know, how important it is to love God. The number one commandment, the most important thing on this earth, the most important thing you can do on this earth is love God. That's it. Everything else will fall into place. You know, if you love God and you love people next, everything else will fall into place. I got a friend who, you know, I grew up with this boy, and he went to jail for murder, and his charges got dropped down to manslaughter because the person who he killed was actually trying to kill him. But like I said, he got charged with murder, but it wasn't until the dude that he killed, mama, that guy's mama, came and testified on my boy's behalf and was like, hey, look, if this boy say that my son tried to kill him and it was self-defense, then I can tell you that this boy is probably telling the truth because I know my son was a killer, basically. This happened to one of my closest friends, and so his charges got dropped down to manslaughter, and he only had to do 10 years. I saw on the news one time where a lady ended up moving right next door, or somebody ended up moving in right next door to her, and it was the dude that killed her son, and she was on the news with him, hugging him, and telling the news people, I had to forgive him. I had to, you know, regardless of what he did, I had to forgive him because that's what Jesus would want me to do. You see, you got some people on this earth that's going to put God first. You understand? These people, the two people that I just described to you, the two people that I just mentioned to you, they both put God before their own children. You understand? So you have to put God first. You have to put God first. If you want to make it into heaven, you have to put God first. Even if it comes before your own children. Even if it comes before your own children. So I just want to tell y'all a quick little story, man. Those two stories real quick, just to try to give you an example of what loving God is and how deep loving God is. We all get caught up with the stuff in this world, man. It's always so much in this world that can occupy us. I swear, I never have time to sit down and play video games. You know what I'm saying? And I'm retired, but I never have time to just sit down and play video games with my kids like I want to. So much stuff I want to do that I don't have the time to do, you know? Always trying to exercise, always trying to read my Bible and get closer to God, and you know, then there's just everyday routine shopping and cleaning and you know, just dealing with stuff around the house, man. It's just always something. But we have to find time, and we have to prioritize our time for God daily, and we have to ask God to help us to get closer to Him, to help us to learn how to love Him more. because that's the number one rule, the number one commandment on this earth is to love God with all your mind, all your heart, all your soul, and then love people. When you love God like that, everything else is going to fall into place, because that is what the Bible says. That's all I got, man. I know this was a short one. I just wanted to impress upon y'all to love God, because that's it. That's the main goal every day, to love God. Love y'all. Be blessed. Be watchful.